Wie sehe ich mich nicht?
Gut, ich habe einmal angefangen. Welcome to this.
Hello.
Hello. You haven't seen this from us yet.
I think I've never been in a live stream.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong. I actually have been.
Really?
Yeah, you know how long that ago was.
Ah, yeah, yes. It's been a long time. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so
That was the most professional live stream ever.
so why are we doing a live stream and why are we not meeting up here?
Yeah, well, because we have to.
Yeah, we have to stay at home.
Yes.
So
So we decided we're just gonna make a mate cast.
yeah,
Yes, online live. So if you wanna roast us, you can now. This is your chance.
let's go ahead.
Go ahead. So yeah, what are we gonna discuss today? We're just gonna discuss random tech topics that are up to date, I would say. I hope.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah,
What?
for reasonably, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah. And just that you know, the camera, yeah, we all know the webcam is kind of a bit off. But it's fine. You see, it's fine again.
My webcam is absolute trash, I think.
Maybe if you turn off the light again, it should be better.
Yeah, I'll try that. Right.
We know it's professional. What did you expect? Yeah, see, it's perfect. Not perfect, but anyway.
Is it better?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I can't see, and those guys close.
Oh shit, no, that's your
No,
webcam.
no, no,
Yeah,
no. Oh, God damn it.
did your webcam just die?
Yes, it did.
I saw.
But it should be back
It's
now.
back now. Yes, it's back. So yeah, welcome to this unprofessional. It's our first one. What did you expect?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. Like, Skype has this weird issue where it would crash my whole computer.
Nice.
Not thing. I sent you a snap on Snapchat.
The snap on Snapchat. Okay,
Yeah.
let me check it out.
Because that's what you do in a live
That's
stream.
what you do in the live stream. What did you honestly expect? So yeah. Okay.
You're
Okay.
really doing it?
No, just. Okay, so now what we'll talk about first might.
I might. Please just tell me because I don't know.
Okay, great. So what about what about the easy? Because we just saw it, guys. The Huawei. I'm just gonna show it you. It's
That's a good topic to
there,
start. Yeah.
there. I'll
Yeah,
put it in front of Manfred's face. There it is.
yeah,
The
please.
Huawei Mate E10s for some
It,
reason.
man, wait, what? 10S?
There's an S behind it.
What? The Mate 10? Yeah, you're right. Mate
10s.
XS, like Mate 10S. What?
And it's 5G. It's here now. It's actually released, guys.
Yeah, it was like silently released. Like, here you go, there you go, take it.
Yeah, just take it. And for the cheapest price ever, just incredible. How much? $2,500.
Yeah, I mean, from the looks of it, I think it's the best looking foldable we've seen so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
But yeah,
But yeah.
is it really that practical with the screen wrapping around?
Oh,
No.
hard to say. I can't say. But anyway, I
You sh-
mean, the thing is, we saw we were in Barcelona. Actually,
Yes.
exactly 1 month ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
before the whole madness started.
yeah, the whole madness, yes. And we actually had the opportunity to see some folder blades.
Yeah, for
And
the first time. Yeah.
yes, exactly. For like in
Mhm.
real life. and then we could make our own mind up. Man, we didn't see the Huawei made a 10s,
No,
no?
we also we saw the Galaxy Fold, but
Yeah,
we were not allowed to touch it because it was like enclosed in like a uh, how do you say,
like little like plastic
see-through.
enclosure. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Nobody was allowed to touch it. You can
yeah.
only see.
You know, it's so great, such a great phone. You cannot touch it. You were not worthy enough.
Yeah. And on the other two we checked out, we even used them hands-on. So
Yes.
one was the
The one.
Galaxy Z Flip.
Yes.
We spent quite a lot of time with this phone,
Yes.
surprisingly, because nobody wanted like a. We were pretty alone there, you remember?
True. Yeah, there were not a lot of people.
Yeah, and how the Razor, Motorola.
No, not Motorola. The the Razer. Yes, the Razer. How was it? Razer.
Yeah,
No,
Razor.
just Razer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think, mate, about first the C Flip? Because we really
Mhm.
we tested that out quite a long time.
Yeah, that's true. We tested out quite a long time. The C Flip. Uh, I the thing is with my big problem with folder blades is
Yeah.
that I think I don't get it. The idea of it. I mean, with like with the Galaxy Fold, you can say you have a tablet in
Yeah,
smartphone size.
yeah.
If
I
you
get
would,
it too.
yeah.
I get it too. Yeah, yeah,
But with the C Flip, you have a smartphone that just folds.
yeah. And that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. That's the whole gimmick. I would.
and it's nice. It feels not so fragile like the Razor did, in
Yeah,
my eyes.
yeah, definitely.
But as you said, it's basically just a flip smartphone that only reduces the size and doesn't give you a lot in return, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Uh,
so
yeah, and the other thing is, I mean, that they say, yeah, but you can like the good thing about the flip is that you can like place it like those Game Boys back in the day. Like
yeah,
you
that's a
can,
feature. Oh
yeah,
my
yes,
goodness.
you can put it on the table and it still looks at you kind of. You can do perfect
Yeah.
Skype and FaceTime, or FaceTime not, but
Yeah, so gone are the days where you would put your iPhone like next, like at an angle or so, because that was
Yeah.
so much work.
Yeah, there was so much work. Now you just flip up your phone and maybe get a stone gets in and the whole screen is dead. No, but yeah, and that's my also my big problem with it, and that's the thing why I think that the Mate 10s was released silently, because they
Mhm.
know that the display doesn't hold anything.
Yeah, I totally agree. You saw this one video iFixit did,
Yeah.
like where they would put like what was it, some types of material,
Mm,
like bury it basically in there and then check out how it held up. And
okay. Yeah.
yeah, it unfortunately didn't hold up all that great.
Okay.
And so I can only imagine, like, once these devices get older and they get used, like, outside where there's dust and crap and
Mm,
that accumulates inside this hinge with the flip up stuff.
yeah.
One day we'll probably just open it up and it will be make a nice crack and there it goes.
There it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I would imagine.
Yeah, the big problem just is it's plastic. You have a plastic display because obviously you can't use glass because glass would
Yeah,
just shatter.
yeah, but they said it's glass.
It's just, no, you know what's the funny thing? They always said it's glass, but if you look at the
It's sad, yeah.
website, at the very bottom, it's like there's a little star and it said, no, it's plastic with glass.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
because they can't lie. But it's just so stupid because everyone was, it's foldable glass. That doesn't even
yeah,
make
but
sense.
we first thought that when we heard this, no, this can't be because
Yeah,
it's physically not working.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the problem. And they just, I mean, Jerry, if you've seen it, Jerry Rick Everything did the video on it.
Yeah, I don't watch his channel actually.
Okay, yeah, I saw that, and he just, I mean, he took a fingernail and he just made a big dent in the display.
Well,
with the
but
fingernail.
I saw this video, like a section in a different YouTube video.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, it got quite famous. Yeah.
So yeah, that's quality for 1,500.
Euros. Yeah, and some people say, no, but it holds a lot and you just have to be mindful. But why?
Yeah, I also I would agree here. It's why is the real question. Sure, it's a nice phone. It's decently fast and it's got a nice camera and everything
Sure.
and it's basically a nice phone, but you only buy this because you can do this in front of your friends. Then I'll do it with my wallet. Oh my God, check this out.
It's really like this. That was the C
Yeah,
flip in a nutshell.
I mean, sure, it's for sure a nice phone, like from the specifications and
Mm,
all that. But I can just get like a S20 Samsung, which costs less
yeah,
and it's actually a lot better, and it will hold up nicer. So
definitely.
uh, I just don't get that. But it's how is it actually? Is it how is it selling? Do you know that?
I don't know about the C flip. I know, but we can talk about this actually because that's also interesting topic because because it's also the reason for why the phones aren't selling as good is the same reason as why we are live streaming right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing is,
Certain thing that goes around.
yeah, certain thing that we can't say because YouTube's gonna flag the video, and not even a joke,
Yeah,
it's real.
yeah. It's really yeah. You have to be really careful.
And
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why can't we just say the word? I mean, but
Yeah,
whatever.
it's
Yeah,
like
whatever.
Voldemort, the
Yeah,
one that
yeah,
should not be named.
yeah. I don't get it, but anyway, it's YouTube. And do you, by the way, just off topic because I found this so ridiculous. Google just some days ago announced that their people will, that their workers will get free for now, paid free, for like free time,
Yeah, like
holiday. Sorry.
time off. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly, time off because of the thing, and
Yeah,
and
the thing.
the thing. No, but really, they got time off, and then everyone was joking like, no, no, Google can't do home office. That's not possible. It's just
No, this company can't do that.
yeah. No, but really now, like all the people that went home for now are the ones that are like checking if the videos should be demonetized or flagged. So now,
Really,
yeah, so
and
now it's
that's
just the
all
bot.
right. But,
Yeah, now it's just the bot doing the stuff. Yeah.
you know what they say.
What? Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. See how advanced this is only in this live stream.
Yeah, but you heard or know how these content moderators work. They work in like all these towers, which they're cramped next to each other and all that.
Really?
They have to go home. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like not safe
Yeah,
for them.
but can't Google like make a way so they can do it from home? I mean, it's a server after all.
I mean,
Probably,
they sure could figure it out.
probably to unsafe maybe.
I don't know, guys,
Yeah, well,
but
yeah, but that's off
yeah.
topic anyway. So yeah, and but I heard that like the S20 and the S20 plus, like the Ultra and the normal S20 are selling really badly.
Okay.
Obviously,
Yeah,
because who's buying phones now?
yeah. People got other worries now
Yeah,
than having the latest smartphone.
exactly. Yeah.
That's for sure a reason, yeah.
Mm, yeah,
But I just don't get it why then Huawei thought it's such a great idea to release it now. You know,
I
they
don't know.
made that's if they want to sell any of those, why release it exactly now when we have this problem?
Yeah, the other problem that I don't, I think we both said that when they showed the phone first, it's a plastic display, obviously, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and on every phone, it's in the inside because then it's kinda protected.
Hmm.
Huawei said, "Fuck that, we're gonna have the display on the outside." I mean, that
Yeah,
must
and
be a nightmare.
I think they purely did that for looks, so it can
Yeah,
fold like completely flat. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
But like it should be after like a week. It should be scratched to hell.
yeah. You should get the leather case, which costs only. 119.99.
It just, I mean, it doesn't matter if you pay
Yeah,
2,500.
then it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, it's
Then it
like
really doesn't matter anymore.
it's like those people that buy the like a 1,500 iPhone 10s Max, and then they're like, I can't buy the $80 case.
But that's too expensive.
Too
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, but anyway, do you think that the demand for the 10, I don't know how Huawei Mate 10 or 10s will be great?
Well, I would say, speaking of, the thing that's going on
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
no, as you said, no smartphone really sells well, and
Mm,
so that will especially hit those hard because I think they would not, if times were normal, they would I think sell in way less quantities than like,
yeah,
the normal ones that every
mm,
reasonable person buys.
definitely,
So yeah, the
yeah.
demand is there in my eyes. And
Yeah.
actually, I have none of my friends said, "Hey, this is cool. I want one of those." Most of them said, "Why would I need that? Why?"
Yeah, yeah, exactly, because it really is like that. Why?
Well, how is it with you? Did people say, "Oh, that's so awesome. I need to get that"?
Honestly, everyone I talked about foldables, they said this is stupid. Like
Yeah,
no, yeah, nobody like thinks it's a great idea.
yeah. Some say it's interesting, but I wouldn't want it,
No.
because it's so expensive, and why would I need it? That's what also many people say,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And I would agree with them. So what kind of what I found out is that the only guys who say that they're so great and they have a future and all that, these
I
are
tech.
mostly those that, yeah,
Yeah.
the tech geeks,
Tech
like,
you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true. It's true. It's the tech YouTubers. It's so
I
great.
really the end guys. I mean, I can be wrong, but
I mean, it's so great. It's baseless.
oh gosh, yeah, that's so important. Like, so many people care about this.
Yeah, yeah, sure. It's such a great thing, you know.
Oh, but coming back to the C Flip for a brief
Yes.
moment, I think the C Flip from the ones we have seen is the best one. Like, the if I had to get a foldable, like if somebody
Mm.
was put a gun to my head and
Yeah,
say you buy a
yeah,
foldable
yeah.
now, I would choose the Flip because
Mm.
it's the most like reasonable one.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I know what you mean. Yeah,
and I don't need like a phone which folds up into a tablet because, yeah, I just don't need that. I
yeah,
don't have a tablet, so yeah.
yeah, yeah. My big problem is just I don't get the point. The thing is, you know, I mean, what is great, and I mean, I've watched some reviews of the C Flip because it's so interesting. Because there are people like us who say this is bullshit. You don't need that, right? And then there are people that say, it's great, it's innovation, and it's the future. Even some say this, and now look, what is great is, I mean, if you think about it, the Galaxy Fold was it the first? No, it wasn't the first folding phone, right?
No, I think it was.
But wasn't there like this no-name brand like the Flex Pi? I,
What? I've never heard of this.
actually, Google it. I'm serious. There is a phone called the Flex Pi, and it actually outbeats Samsung. That's the funny thing.
Flex pie, like
Yes,
how?
like the pie, like the cake.
You sure?
I'm sure.
It's written flex pie
Oh,
AI.
okay. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was before.
Yeah.
But nobody knows this.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know it
The
until
funny
now.
thing is, it's not even expensive.
What?
It's like, I don't know. It's not that much, but the thing is with the Flex Pi, like the hinge I've seen some videos is really bad. It's
Okay.
yeah, it's a cheap as foldable.
Yeah, all right.
But
Oh,
anyway, it's funny
that
that
was
it yeah
that was the first that like, oh yeah, I've seen that, mate.
yeah
Actually, I've seen,
yeah
yeah. Yeah, it was like for short, it was very dominant in YouTube, and then they all forgot about it.
exactly yeah. They forgot about it all yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
So
that's the Flex Pi yeah. But
so just
yeah
yeah,
no
please
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, then I go ahead.
Yes.
So the thing is with the C Flip, what you have to say is the Galaxy Fold. How much did it cost? Ridiculous much, or 2000 something?
Galaxy Fold. Should I Google
Yeah,
it?
just Google, but I think it was two.
Because you can buy it, right? Sure, you can.
You should be able to, yeah. I think
After
it.
all these files,
I think it was around 2000 something, but really expensive anyway. But
2,100.
yeah, and exactly, and the C Flip, as far as I know, is now 2,500, and that's a big step down if you think about it, price
Yeah,
wise.
it's definitely, yeah, for a foldable it's cheap, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So I mean, that's what people say is so great about it. But I'm like,
Yeah, I also heard this one guy who said he should remain nameless.
okay,
Um, he said, "I'm finally excited for smartphones again." And
okay. Hmm. I think I know the guy.
yeah, I think you know him.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of get what he means,
Hmm.
because it's something new
Sure, yeah,
and but did we really need that? Like it's like reinventing the wheel a little bit, if you ask me. Like
definitely, yeah.
so,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, as I said, the thing is with the Galaxy Fold, like at the point it made sense if you know what I mean. With the like, yeah, tablet and smartphone, but this is like it's a smartphone that folds.
Yeah, and like the also some arguments people say about the smaller foldables, like the Z Flip and the Razor is, yeah, but it's smaller then, and you can easier like take it with you, and so.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, is it really such a big deal, like carrying around a device? Like
No,
people,
that's
didn't complain a single bit when they all have these huge ass like Galaxy Notes and the
yeah, yeah.
iPhone 10s Max and whatnot. There, it's no
But
problem.
now all of the
But
sudden,
now,
yeah, it's so big. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of the same like the iPhone guys. No, we don't need big phones, and then came the iPhone 6. Everyone,
ah,
no. It's just so funny, yeah. So what
yeah,
is your guys' opinions? We actually have some viewers, so
really, we have
we
holy shit.
have, yes. So if you wanna state your opinion, so but we'll just move on. And if you write
Oh,
something,
actually, wait a minute, mate. There's one we forgot.
the
The
razor,
the razor, and I
exactly.
just want to tell him the funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you can buy the razor
Yes.
and just fine, but there was a lady watching us, like making sure we don't break the device or so.
Mm,
It,
it's true.
it was like such a weird, how should you say, you would feel watched because she would stand next to you and you were trying out the phone and stuff. So that doesn't scream to me like that this is going to be a really durable phone, if you ask
Yeah, yeah. I
me.
mean,
Like,
it didn't help that she was talking Spanish and I didn't get anything.
yeah, she was talking Spanish to me. I don't know
Yeah,
what to
she
do.
was trying to be really nice, like explain the phone to me, and I
Yeah,
just didn't know. It was so funny because I mean, didn't she get that I didn't understand her?
yeah, I think she did, but I also think she did not know a lot of English.
Yeah, so she
So
just said, "Fuck it, I'll
yeah,
continue."
our Spanish is terrible. So.
It's really terrible, but
So
anyway,
yeah, but that's what you have to say. The C Flip like was just there for everybody, just like a
hmm,
normal phone, like
that's true.
all the other phones
You can
was.
just
So
like normally try it out, but the
yeah,
razor. I mean, I don't know if that's at every store, but maybe just at this one. But
but this story was there. Yeah,
yeah, but the thing is, like, I mean, the Razor is trying to be like retro. They're like the old Razor. It looks exactly from the outside like the old Razor. I mean, it's
I'm
kind of
sure it.
cool.
Yeah, but yeah,
I mean, that's it again. It's kind of just a gimmick.
yeah, it's nobody asked for it actually, if you
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
me.
exactly.
But
So,
yeah, that's our opinion once again on foldables. Now that we've
again,
even tried some out.
yes. No, we can really definitely say we don't need them.
But just for the end here, what was your when we first saw the foldable?
Yes.
It was exactly how we said it's gonna be. We open it up, we close it, and say, Okay.
Great, that's it. Yeah.
And
Uh,
that was the case, right?
yeah, I remember when, like last year, remember when the Galaxy Fold came out while we were in Frankfurt, and
Yeah.
there was a Samsung store, and we were like, oh my god!
Yeah, yeah, because then like 1 year later they still didn't have it. So yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, we were kind of getting actually excited because we never did it, and then we just like folded the phone, and we're like, oh great.
Yeah, it's like folded, like
Wow.
it's nothing different than I fold here my laptop, you know, basically. I
Basically, yeah.
fold the laptop and close it. Basically, it's the same.
It's the same experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our opinion.
Yes. Okay, so that's that one topic out of the way. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna switch to Cupertino, I think,
All right.
because of
Cupertino.
course. And yeah, we're gonna talk about maybe first of all the refresh, maybe because that's like an actual topic. Apple just randomly dropped the products.
You can tell them about the iPad Pro. In the
Sure,
meantime, I'll look something up.
of course. So Apple just said, gonna close all stores, but anyway, we'll drop new iPads. So we have a new iPad Pro out of nowhere, and it's now has, I think it has the A12Z.
The A12 set, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a video that people said it just has like it just has 15% more power.
Yeah, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, sure, because like the original iPad Pro was already like a beast. So
Mm,
that's kind
still
of,
is, yeah.
yeah, exactly, still is. So that's what Apple did. And that's that. And they also, what I find really, of course it's great that it's in there, but I don't yet know why. It's the LiDAR.
Yeah, probably for like developers that work in this field.
You think like AR? Because I mean the AR should be perfect then.
Yes, it sure is. Or you remember this one guy we met at the car show in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Frankfurt? Like for guys like him, basically.
Yeah, because think about it, how big the contraption was he used, and then it's all like in this iPad, this small
Yeah,
hole.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy that that's part. I mean, sure, it's not the same, of course, but
Oh, it is definitely innovation, if you ask
sure.
me.
Yeah, yeah, I know that Apple's pushing for AR. I know that.
Mhm.
I really want that. They even want those AR glasses, those
Yeah,
Google glasses.
with the Lego game AR.
Yeah, exactly. Now that should be perfect.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you can make your kids even more addicted.
exactly. Yeah. Now it's even now they can like actually turn into a virtual world and just forget the rest.
Yeah. But yeah, generally I think the iPad Pro is a nice device, like for
Sure.
those who need it.
Definitely, definitely. It's a really strong tablet, also power wise.
Yeah, like a friend of mine has it.
Hmm.
It's large, like incredible.
It's. I mean, there's a smaller one also,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's quite expensive, of course.
Mhm. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's a fine tablet. For my part, I don't
sure.
use tablets. I don't
Yeah,
have a use for them, but
same.
I
Yeah.
know a lot of people do, and so it's fine for them. Also with the keyboard and so it can
Hmm.
be a really nice machine.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I really like about the iPad Pros are like the 120 hertz display. I really like that. It really feels smooth. It's nice. Because like the iPad feels just like faster without it actually being faster.
Yeah, like I think Apple nailed the tablet game.
Hmm?
They
That's
just
true.
they just one of the few actually who does it.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we'll get it. I'm interested when like laptops will adapt it, but anyway, will take some years.
Yeah, it will take some years.
But anyway, so that's the iPad Pro. But there was a bigger refresh actually.
Yeah, the MacBook Air.
MacBook Air. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
as you know, we were not really the biggest fans of the MacBook Air,
of the newer one.
of the newer one, yeah.
Yes.
But now that they refreshed it,
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It can be if it holds up, if it's reliable, if it doesn't die randomly in the next years or so, it can be a normal, nice little Mac,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
for the mainstream consumer.
Exactly. And by the way, hello blogs. What's the topic? We're talking about the new MacBook Airs, the
MacBook
refresh.
Air, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I think the thing is, oh wait, I made a video about this just recently, so my viewers probably know my opinion by now. But the thing is, the MacBook Air, I remember when when the was it on the WWDC last year, I think, right? When they
You know when
refreshed
they
it.
dropped the new one?
Hmm.
It's I don't remember, but
But yeah,
it's now some time actually.
exactly. And I
Yeah,
remember when we were like kinda excited because like it was a
yeah,
big refresh.
yeah, and it's the Air, you know.
Yeah, I remember I told you they should just take the original design, add a USB-C, get rid of one port, change the display, the internals, and be done with it. I mean,
Uh,
we both knew it wouldn't happen, but
that was our dearest wish, yeah.
yeah, and then like Apple just said, yeah, first of all the ports gone, and yeah,
Keyboard also the
yeah,
butterfly that
the
put the nail on the coffin for me, like
yeah,
for this machine.
yeah, the butterfly keyboard. I mean, was a big fail,
Yeah,
but
but that
but
was the old one,
yes,
and you only had the Core i5 option.
and
That's
the
also the
overheating problems.
yeah, and we tested it, and it actually was in the Cinebench test. The older MacBook Air was better than the new one because
That's
the new
kind of
one
ridiculous.
just could not keep up with the cooling.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous actually.
But
But
they refreshed it, and
yes.
now you have a 1.1 gigahertz Core i3 as the base model, 10th generation.
Hmm.
I would say, you know, a lot of people say, yeah, Core i3 dual core piece of crap. But guess what? The majority of people who buy this laptop, they won't care.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty power efficient CPU, so it will have
Yes.
great battery life. And it is reasonably fast for a Core i3 because after all, these have evolved and they're not so bad anymore. So
Yeah. That's exactly my point, kind of, because the core, if you think about it, and I also said this in the video, but the thing is, so many people, I see so many people in the comment section be like, you need the MacBook Pro, it's so much better in the i7, the quad core, and the 8
you
core, and
don't need it.
yeah, exactly. The,
Most people just don't.
and what many YouTubers just don't think about, I'm looking at all the tech YouTubers right now because they all do it. They're like, it only has a quad core. There are a lot of people who don't even need a quad core.
Yeah, they don't even know what a quad core is.
Yeah, first of all, yeah, that's like the first problem. Yeah,
But if you say, oh, I don't want the i3, crappy i3, you can get like with a €50 option the i5, which is fine, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, sure.
So really, I think it's a nice machine if it holds up. So, and you can even get an i7 if you really want.
Yeah, and it finally has the normal keyboard again.
Yes, and it has the
Hype.
normal keyboard, so you can type again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can type again without it getting stuck.
and you can upgrade it to 16 GB of RAM if you
Yeah,
want.
that's kind of crazy for MacBook Air.
Yeah, like if
But why?
somebody would ask me like what should they get,
Hmm.
I either say get like the i3 or i5
Yeah,
and get maybe like 512 GB of storage
exactly. Just do
because
that. Yeah,
for most people, at least the ones I know, it would be more than enough for them and they would be happy.
definitely. Like the thing is, and that's what I argued. I mean, the MacBook Air, I think it was always kind of made for like the student type of guy.
Yeah,
And it always was marketed at them also. And so,
it's for portability. That's what
exactly.
Steve Jobs said like
Yes,
when he
yes.
introduced. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't like put it out of his sleeve because it should fall on your lap and break your toe, you know? Yeah, but that's the thing. And sure, the iPad, like I think the iPad, the MacBook Air, the MacBook Air got like, I think, oh my god, it got thicker. Like,
Half a millimeter, as if you
oh
would
my,
notice that.
you will definitely notice that.
Mm.
But anyway, if it's good for cooling, they could have even done 2 millimeters. I wouldn't have cared.
Well, nobody would have noticed.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, the only thing that still kind of annoys me about the MacBook Air is, come on, Apple, just one USB-A, please, just please,
Ah,
for the love of God.
you're living in a dream world, mate.
I know I'm living in the Stone Age. Hello, D's Gaming. We're talking about the refreshes.
The latest just
Yes,
announced MacBook Air 13-inch.
exactly. We're talking about those, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, generally, I think it's a nice machine, you know.
Mm.
Um, would you buy it, mate? Like if you were to get a laptop like right now.
Okay, so say tomorrow I'll go on a 50 store billing and I drop test my MacBook Air. Okay, let's say that. And of course,
Yeah.
okay, and then I want to like get a new one. Would I buy it? Or let's say I have the option of let's say I have the money to buy even a MacBook Pro, okay? So I can
Yeah.
choose. Uh, would I buy it? That's a good question.
Yeah, please. Yes or no?
The thing is just for one reason, no. I mean,
Okay.
I think maybe I would try to put up with adapter mania because that's like the only thing that's holding me back. Because now it's
Yes,
like, yeah, yeah,
I totally agree with you. Yeah.
yeah. I'm a really huge fan of you. Oh, thank you, D's Gaming. I'm flattered. Thank you. Um,
Thanks.
yeah, glad you enjoy our content. No, but the thing is, I don't get it. Adapter mania. The thing is, when I think about my usual day to day usage, like for example, good example. Nowadays, I'm tutoring students, right? And we need what the fuck? No,
Just
sorry.
read that.
I read a comment. Blogs, why do you hate these gaming? What's your problem? That's your mod. Um. Uh.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. So, what did I want to say? See, I completely lost the plot now. So there were,
Those.
yeah, with my daily usage, I'm tutoring for students, and the thing is, because what is that? Sorry, I'm just the comments are coming in. Okay, sorry. Yeah, well, okay. So, and I'm tutoring for students, and we are doing everything online now from this week onward. And I need a webcam first of all, obviously, because the students need to see me, and a lot of peripherals, right? Like a mouse and everything. I even
All
got
right, there you go.
exactly, and I even like a USB and stuff, and
Yeah.
I even got a graphical tablet. It's not here yet, but I got it
Right.
for
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
for like writing on like things. It's
Yeah,
not
and guess
expensive.
what does it have a USB-C?
No, no, it hasn't. That's the great stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. The thing is that's the problem because all the things that I use, all the peripherals, can't use it, and I don't know.
It would just be annoying, right?
Yeah, exactly, it would be annoying. And I don't want to buy an adapter if I pay like $2,500 for a PC. Sorry, for a MacBook.
Mac, yeah, can't order a
Nah,
PC.
holy shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would say like the MacBook Air, it could from the processor power easily do my tasks I do like for my laptop tasks easily.
Mm.
And I would not even care if it thermal throttles all that much because I would never like bring it to how should I say? I would never like
Bring it.
absolutely render stuff on it and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah,
I just
sure.
wouldn't want to use it because
Hon-
of these adapter problems you face. Yeah.
Honestly, who buys a MacBook Air to like for heavy duty stuff? I mean, if you do that, sorry, but
Yeah, that's not intended.
no, that's not the intended. You know what? I'm actually interested in like the i7 model. I'm actually
Yeah, if
interested.
this yeah, if this actually performs decently, yeah.
That would be nice.
Because the cooling is still
I mean, it's just like
it's
a
not
one. Isn't it just like a 1.1 gigahertz thing?
Yeah, it's a 1.1, no 1.2
Oh
gigahertz.
my god.
Turbo boost to 3.8.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
if you're in the like
Yeah.
Antarctica or what?
In the Arctica, then it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in space,
No,
exactly.
I wouldn't get it actually. I'm done with putting up with Apple shit generally, also from software perspective.
Mm,
And when I do my work, I don't need Mac OS.
mm,
Like it would be nice to have, but I don't really need it, and so I don't have to put up with Apple's shit. So
yeah,
I'll just stick with my ThinkPad and it's fine. But
sure.
if you want a Mac, MacBook Air is I think a pretty good entry level laptop.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Uh, wait, which consoles are behind you? Huh? Which do you mean, Manfred?
What
There are no consoles behind you.
what there are no consoles either here. Yeah,
There you can see
I don't have
there's
I
Apple's
don't know if you
favorite
been over
thing.
these boxes. Like here's some hot glue, CD drive, sensors, Raspberry Pi, hard
Yeah, there's
drives,
even Apple's favorite thing, adapters.
adapters. Yeah, there is my one USB-C cable in there that I
Yeah,
own.
great. Yeah, I have even two. Oh my god. Yeah, so no, there are no consoles here.
There
You
are no
can
consoles.
you can't even see mine. Mine are down there. So yeah. So yeah, that's the refreshes. Now the big topic. Let's just get this out of the way because everyone, if we're staying already at Apple, next Mac OS, mate.
Yeah, macOS 10.16.
Hi Catalina. No, I have no idea. Um,
It's like the Catalina desktop with a lot of marijuana plants.
okay, Blocks is asking why is it. That's a good topic. See Blocks, we can go ahead with
It's
that.
nice to have
Oh, so you see it also great. That's good.
Apple shit. Where is the difference between Windows PC?
So wait just a second. I'll be right back.
Maybe I will use Apple too.
Sorry. I'm back. Sorry.
What I would say if you want to use a Mac is a nice user interface. You get nice battery life with MacBooks. That's for sure a plus point for them. You have a nice trackpad.
Mm-hmm.
You have what else? You have Mac OS 10, Mac OS. Sorry, I'm still coming from the old days where it would be called Mac OS 10. So I would say generally you buy a Mac for the operating system. I mean, sure, if you're one of these like wannabes, like who think they're cool when you have an Apple logo on your computer, well,
Yeah.
then like yeah, go ahead, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's. I think I completely agree. It's all about the software. Uh,
Yeah,
and sure, I mean, what you have to say, and you have to give this to Apple. I mean, their laptops are great build. I mean, you have to say that. I mean,
yeah.
they're
Build
weird.
quality is also
Yeah,
nice.
I
Yeah,
mean,
if they would work, if they would last.
that just reminds me. I have to tell the story because when I talk about like build quality, I always think of this moment. When I had my MacBook Air, really new, right? I told you the story for sure. I was sitting with a friend, and I remember this, and he was like, "Oh wow, this is such a thin laptop." Kind of funny because it's actually quite an old design, but anyway, it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so thin, and he was like to a other student, like a female, was sitting next to him, and he was like asking her, "Yeah, I mean, don't you like this laptop?" And she looks,
You already
yeah,
told me.
exactly, and she looks at him, and she's like, if I want a shitty aluminium laptop, don't need Apple. And I don't even know this woman. And I was like, whoa, 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 calm down. This is
Yeah, she was
something
just
else.
jealous of Johnny Ive's design, you know.
It was so funny how she got so mad about the laptop.
Yeah, I mean, you have this kind of Starbucks image for sure if you get a MacBook, you know,
Hmm.
because but you basically buy it for the software in my eyes. Like if you like
Yeah.
Mac OS, if you use Final Cut, which is a great editing program, But for
definitely.
my part, what I do is like in the terminal in consoles, I program a lot, and for these purposes, the Mac, while it can be done, I prefer Linux. It's easier. It's just easier.
It is. It
Yeah.
really is.
You
So
don't have to put up with Apple's like limitations. "Oh, this program can't be run on this macOS version and stuff like this.
yeah,
You
you
don't you
can't
don't
do
have
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. It's the same for me. Like OS wise, if I have to choose, I prefer Mac OS. I have to say, from the overall how it works and everything, I really like
Yeah,
it.
it's a nice user interface and it's
Exactly,
awesome operating system. Yeah.
exactly. So it's for me, it's also about the OS. Um, and also because I'm just like I'm actually kind of like in the Apple cloud now with all because I like bought the 1 terabyte iCloud and it's great that it syncs to
Yeah, it
everything.
works. The ecosystem also works pretty good.
Yes,
If you have an
exactly,
iPhone and like a MacBook, it works
exactly.
flawlessly.
It's always like the more Apple products you buy, like the better the more benefits you get. Kind of like, but I mean
Yeah.
that's a strategy, obviously.
Yeah,
So
obviously they want to close you in there.
yeah, exactly. But
But
yeah,
Microsoft does that too.
yeah, everyone
You know,
does it.
with OneDrive and Google does it with Google Drive. You know, it's the same
It's like
basically with every company.
it's like with this.
Just choose your poison.
Yeah, it's like the Windows installation every time. It's like, do you want to use OneDrive? No,
Leave
I
me
don't.
alone.
Yeah, exactly. No, but DC gaming means everyone needs Huawei. Well, yeah, Huawei
Yeah,
got.
I, well, where do you come from actually? You can't be coming from the US because US does not even have like a lot of Huawei's.
So yeah, no, but everyone. Yeah, I mean Huawei just got really big. I mean, I don't know when did they get so big? In the last years, right?
Yeah, in the last years, and like 80, no, not 80%, like 60% of my friends all have
Yeah,
Huawei phones.
definitely. That
It's
they
crazy. Everybody has it.
yeah they even surpassed Apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, yeah,
Uh,
because they're like, I mean, nowadays cheap. I don't want to say it, but
there's some cheap models out there. They have
exactly,
like a ton of smartphones. I
yeah,
just don't exactly know.
exactly. They have a lot of cheap smartphones, but that's why people are buying them. But oh my god, if you want to replace something, oh my god,
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I had this nightmare with a P8 Lite. I'm never touching these again.
yeah,
They suck to work on. They're absolutely junk to work on. So I
yeah,
much prefer like an iPhone or a Samsung. Yes, a Samsung, even though they glue their stuff together too. But you can get them like as frame assemblies with the screen glued in place already.
okay. Okay, I know that DC gaming is really you're a really funny guy. You're using macOS for gaming. I'm so sure. Definitely. Um,
Yeah, well, like the Steam games, that's like I would know, like the ones that work.
the ones that work. You probably play how's it called? Help me. Game Dev Tycoon. No,
Yeah,
but
but I know that there's some more Mac games out there it's not true that you can't play anything anymore. Actually, you can
mhm.
play quite a lot
Yeah, yeah,
nowadays
true.
compared to the old days where you could not do anything.
That's yeah. I mean, it's still really abysmal, but
Yeah,
yeah. I
and
mean,
you should not if you want
no.
like a dedicated gaming machine. You should build your own PC. It's the better bang for the buck.
Yeah, but blocks. I don't really get what you mean. You say Apple MacBooks PCs have an OS, video picture editing program, software browser, and complete package. I mean, if you really want to count iMovie as a good video editing program, you can, but I wouldn't. But I mean,
You know, I
apart, yeah,
I think I know what he means. Um, well, I generally think no OS is better per se. Like Windows has its pros and cons, and
sure,
Mac has its pros and cons. Where I
yeah,
think Mac is definitely the winner is security because
yes,
Mac OS is a very very secure operating system.
that's true, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so yeah, but Linux for the win. I totally agree. Linux is, I think, a pretty nice operating system.
Definitely, yeah.
I use it daily on my laptop.
I actually use it in in the company that I work at too. The one laptop has Linux.
Yeah, and I think Linux is a great operating system.
Your Apple Watch just turns on randomly. I don't know.
Ubuntu is also a nice user interface.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, but I
And
still run Windows on my main machine because I need Windows.
it's just a support, right?
Yeah, the support, and I have Linux in the shell, so yeah,
Yeah.
I use Linux a lot actually every day almost.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Apple has its pros. Everyone has its pros.
yeah.
There's
Um,
there's always pros and cons.
yeah, I think Apple makes great software, great operating systems.
Talking about Siri, yeah, Blocks, what do you want to say about Siri?
Do you use Siri actually
Yes.
for anything?
Does any one of the 5 viewers that we actually have, I'm quite impressed actually, does anyone actually use Siri? Because I really don't often, but some actually did today.
Really?
Yes, because
I don't remember when I did.
it's kind of sad because I was just lazy as hell, and my mom was like, "Can," because her iPhone, she still has the iPhone 6 and it still works
Yeah.
perfectly, and she told me, yeah, and she told. Do you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, sorry. There's like the picture got black for for a second. Sorry, don't know why. But you did you hear me before?
Yeah, I didn't hear all that much. I heard like until, what was it? Do you use Siri?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Whatever. So what did I want to say actually? Uh, yeah, there we
You
go.
use Siri
I am
today.
because I was way too lazy, and I just like at my mom. She uses the iPhone 6 and like her like the headphone the how do you say it, the front speaker. Is it like that? Die Hörmuschel, the front speaker? You say that?
No, 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 the Gehörmuschel, yeah, what is that in English?
Just Google that. The Gehörmuschel. Yeah. I really have no idea. Is it the front speaker?
Wait a minute. Shit, it's only in German everywhere.
But anyway, yeah, that kind of stuff. And hers just got really quiet for some reason. And she asked, we tried to fix it, and she asked me to phone her to try it out. And I was just too lazy, and I was like, oh, Siri, call mom.
Okay, well,
And where I
the earpiece.
yeah, exactly. And where I actually use Siri a lot is only because I have CarPlay, and there it obviously makes sense to use Siri from the steering wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, so I always use it in that way.
Well, I have my Siri set to English because I like the Australian accent. Yeah,
I'm not sure I understand.
yeah, I never use it. So.
Yeah, mine. Oh man, facts don't lie. You're using Windows 95 to watch the stream.
Yeah,
Damn.
you show me that, yeah.
That's some. That's some.
What web browser do you use? Internet Explorer 2 or something?
Best Explorer. Internet Exploder. Facts don't lie. No one would program a virus for Mac.
Well, I would kind of agree, but now that more and more people actually buy Macs and user base has increased, I wouldn't say it's completely not worth, but macOS is a very safe system as is, and then again, as you say, the user base is just not all that big compared to Windows, so yeah. But yeah, Macs are getting there. More and
Definitely.
more people have Macs.
Hmm?
You remember when we were these one or two guys with Macs, like in 2011 or something?
Yeah, everyone was like,
What is a Mac?
what is a Mac? Yeah, but it was the same. Like, do you remember when everyone suddenly got a smartphone?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Out
you
of
had
nowhere.
all these Samsungs like with the crappy touch screens. I remember these days. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So that really, I mean, if you think about it back then, I remember 2000. When did I get my first iPhone?
2010.
No, no, I think I did in 10, 11.
Really? Not
Because
2010? No, I
sure.
remember you're right, 2011, because in when we were in London in
hmm
2011, we would desperately search for this fake iPhone because we were so dumb. Yeah.
yeah, because the iPhone, I remember because back then, like you don't know this, but back then our channel was called like Macintosh Manny
Macintosh Mini 12, yeah.
because you couldn't tell we were fanboys. You had
No, absolutely not.
yeah, back then we were Apple fanboys definitely, and
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we admit to that.
yeah, I mean back then, not now anymore, but back then. And I remember we went through London like, where is the iPad? There was the first iPad, right?
The first iPhone,
No, the iPad, the first iPad, or when did the iPad go? 2010.
2010. Yeah, it was.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
must have been the very first iPad
We
back then.
were even at the Apple store, and back then we were using like the fancy cool MacBooks with the Snow Leopard operating system. It
True,
was,
true, true.
by the way, DirectX for Windows 95. I think like version 1.0 or something.
Is there
Like really old.
is there really one?
I think there is.
It
I've never
actually.
tried. I've never tried.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, definitely. So
Now that the thing has happened here, our Windows 1 installation has been postponed,
definitely, yeah.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But we will do it.
Yes, you'll get the special.
Yeah.
You'll get it, but yeah,
I
just
already have the computer, a really cool old vintage laptop, so
definitely.
definitely be a fitting system for Windows 1.
Sure, the very first Windows, yes. That will
It's
be
crazy.
really, yeah, that is
So,
crazy.
so what's next on our topics list? Because we kind of
We're
went
talking.
about like
It's like typical again. We were like, oh, do we have topics? And we already talked for 1 hour.
yeah, holy shit,
Yeah,
1 hour.
yeah, it's 1 hour already. So
OMG.
OMG. So yeah, what else? I mean, first of all, if you guys have topics, just say it. We can always talk about something. But yeah, we wanted to talk about the ARM switch at Apple, which
The
should happen.
ARM.
So
Well, they want to do it next year, right?
yes, I heard. So for all the people who are maybe not up to speed, what that means, if I'm not mistaken, ARM is the thing that they're using in the iPhones right now, right? The iPads.
Yeah, ARM processors are basically in most mobile devices, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So those are those kind of processes, and Apple is quite really good at making them right now. And what Apple's kind of thinking about is maybe ditching Intel because Intel is kind of like falling behind more and more. And
Yeah,
Apple's thinking about like switching to their own processor again.
like in the Power PC days.
Wait, can you talk about DirectX 12 Ultimate? I have no idea. I cannot talk about this, my mind. But and coming out new AMD graphics card. I mean, we can talk about that. And the new
DirectX 12, the problem is I'm just absolutely not a gamer. I know really jack shit about games and performance of games, so I know that DirectX is important for running games,
it's true, yeah.
and but that's it. I really have no idea. I'm a
Yeah,
total noob when it comes to gaming.
true, true, true.
The last game I played was like the Plague Inc. for the
Yeah,
lols.
yeah,
But you
no.
may know that, mate. I don't know.
The thing is, the only experience I have with DirectX is like when you install a game and it's like you need to update DirectX, and I'm like, okay, fine. So I have no
Yeah,
idea.
but I heard they did some improvements, like the performance is just way better or so on the new version.
Okay, but I mean,
The new AMD graphics cards, are there Once again, new ones.
They're yeah, it's the how's it called, the ADN, the Zen 2 graphics, is it called like that?
The RADEON, the Radeon, you mean?
No. The like the chipset is called like that, I think.
Yeah, I've heard
R-
of this too.
RDNA maybe.
Wait a minute.
I'm not sure.
RDNA, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
Well, I used, for example, that's maybe interesting, a really recent graphics card in my PC, a RX 5700. I bought that last year.
great graphics card.
It's a really overkill graphics card for my tasks, for sure. But yeah, it's been pretty fine. And I thought, because I used the AMD before, and I think AMD is a great company, why not jump on the AMD, in the AMD camp, if I
Sure,
were happy with them? There's nothing
definitely.
wrong with NVIDIA.
Yeah,
NVIDIA makes also great cards.
definitely. Yeah.
But I thought I'd go with the 5700. So
I mean,
yeah.
what I know is that like the RDNA with RDNA 2, like AMD wants to like close the gap to Nvidia, because right now, like I think the new the recent gen is like at the same level or a bit below. It's like kind of this territory.
I think a bit below is the
Okay,
current one, yeah.
okay, yeah. So not much, but still a bit. And like they wanna like excel and overtake Nvidia with this one, because I think they now that the new gen also wants has ray tracing. There I go.
Okay.
Like yeah,
Yeah, we don't underestimate AMD, because
no,
they showed us what they can do with processing stuff
yeah,
in the last years.
yeah.
Um, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm very happy with mine. It stays relatively, not used a lot, since I'm not really out using it all that much. But
Mm,
yeah, it could do 4K gaming. That's what I know.
definitely it could, yeah, 4K
Yeah.
gaming, but apart from that, I mean, the thing is like with
The RX, yeah, a friend of mine has it. He says also he needed to upgrade like his power supply to run it.
I mean, I heard that like the Nvidia cards are taking a lot of like graphical compute power, electricity.
He's actually talking about the AMD, but
Did
but
did did I say Nvidia?
yeah, he said
Oh,
NVIDIA.
I meant the AMD. Sorry.
But generally, I think all high-end GPUs, you should go with a decent power supply, because if the power supply craps out, it could take out the whole system.
Yeah,
So
dude.
you get a decent power supply.
Exactly.
Mm,
No, so yeah. I mean, sure, AMD, you can't underestimate them anymore. I mean, AMD really excelled in what they did. They're
mm.
like back in the game. They're back at the front.
Yeah, they for sure are. I've now built in total, I think, 4 or 5 Ryzen systems.
Wow.
Yeah, and they are all like top notch and so cheap for the money. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I recently built one for a friend, and I remember that like he got the Horizon 5, like the 3600, right? X.
Hmm. Yeah, even the X, yeah.
Yeah, even the X, right? And the funny thing was like the X is the overclockable one, right?
Hmm.
And I told him, well, we will overclock it, and he's like, should we? And I'm like, yes,
You should, yes.
if you can, why not? So yeah, but the funny thing is like the 3600 beat out the i7. That's actually an 8 core. That's the fun fact thing.
Yes. It like we were both. You sent me the score because you were so surprised.
Yes.
And it really shocked me, because this chip is not cheap,
No,
but it's like for the money, it's
it's
incredible.
incredible.
It's
Is
it's crazy.
is it a, what is it? A quad core or a 6 core?
The 6 core,
6
the
core.
one you built is a 6 core, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hexacore, yeah.
Hexacore, yeah. So yeah, AMD processor game. I mean, I would say if you nowadays build a PC, get AMD Ryzen.
Yeah, for sure. Get an AMD. Like
Yes.
even the budget cheap option, the one I have, the Ryzen
Mm.
3,
Mm.
like it's almost as fast as my Xeon here.
It's
It's
just
crazy.
it's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Really good processors. Awesome.
yeah.
And I also have to say that an awesome customer support as well. They will send you for free a loaner processor if you have a board which doesn't have the updated BIOS to use the chips. So
Okay.
really, AMD is top notch.
That's awesome. Damn. Yeah, so yeah, AMD is really great. I have a full AMD build with an 2700X and then and the Vega 56. Nice.
Yeah, that's a really nice system. Yeah, nice. Ryzen 7. We saw, yeah, 750 watts should be enough.
Yeah, that should be enough, yes.
Or 700 is fine too, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
We at the IFA we saw the Threadripper.
Yes.
That was a beast.
The Threadripper is just crazy.
Crazy.
It just rips apart any like remember the Geekbench, and it was just crazy, like 32 cores like firing at once.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a really awesome CPU.
Definitely. And there's even a new one now, right?
I think, yeah, they're coming out with one, yeah.
Damn.
The new Windows update. This gaming also talked about the
Yeah,
Windows
sure.
update.
Yes.
It should be quite a big update, and they wanna change like the looks of Windows.
Okay, in which way? Because I'm actually not up to that.
Well, in which way? Yeah, I think on desktops you're not gonna see all that much difference. I'll just quickly show you over this Microsoft video if I find it. Windows 10X, I think, is also the new one. Yeah, is that the new one or not?
I have no idea, to be honest.
But they want to focus like on dual screens.
Okay.
Yeah, so the support for dual screens and make it like it's a whole new Windows system.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm unfortunately also not up to speed with this at all.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Maybe show you the link here.
Yeah, maybe you can tell us if you wanna. There you can see the link now, if you wanna go there. No, but really, if you wanna talk about something specific, just tell us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know about the Windows update. All I know is that hopefully it doesn't break all the devices of my friends again, because Windows is known to do that. When you update the big update, it constantly like graphic card driver problems occur, or it goes into the automatic recovery, and I fixed many of those.
And for the love, and please, while updating, don't go when it reboots into the BIOS. It will kill the whole update progress. I had that.
Yeah, but generally, I think Windows updates are pretty smooth. From my experience, I've never had too much issue.
Yeah, that was like an issue after years and years. Yeah, exactly. So Intel costs more bucks with all the new gens. You need to change your main board. Yeah, I mean. They have
you're also right. Yeah.
They have a lot of different sockets. I remember
AMD still has socket 4, I think, is it right?
Yeah, but I think like next gen should be a switch, right? As I heard.
Okay. But they had socket 4 for
5 years?
So long, yeah.
I think 5 years.
Yeah, it's a pretty good support. Yeah, I would agree here. Yeah.
I remember when like the first Ryzen came out, like Intel was like no big deal, and then like it came out.
And we will show you what's up.
And then they like panicked and made this new crazy like socket, this coffee lake or was. It was so weird.
Yeah.
No, KB Lake X.
They shed their pants.
Yes,
they were just not ready for this.
Like I remember the KB Lake X, that was just such a weird socket.
Yeah, the interlander lakes.
Yeah, all the lakes.
I mean, if I were to upgrade my processor, I would need a new mainboard, because mine is still a I think 1156 socket. I don't. 1150. Wait a minute, I want to tell you shit.
I think it is.
1150. Sorry, 1150, not 1156. That's a really old socket actually. And the latest Intel CPUs, they have like, well, what do they have?
I don't know.
We already built a couple of, but I always forget.
Yeah, I also forget. I mean,
i7 9700K or something.
I have no idea.
Has a what does it have?
Something with LGA.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. 1151. Yeah, that comes after 50. Yeah, that
See?
would be logical.
It makes sense. Yeah.
You already have 1151, and I still have 1150 with DDR3 RAM, and the new ones all have DDR4, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
DDR4X and K or something, whatever that is.
Now there's even like I heard like there's GDDR6 now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's getting faster. Interesting when the first
GPUs have gotten so fast. That's incredible.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So like, powerful.
Like I heard that Intel wants like Intel. I'm getting confused with all the companies. I know Intel is not making great graphic card.
No, they're making their integrated ones, which they want to change that in their what was that? They made this keynote teaser where they say we are gonna really make it stand out integrated graphics.
Yeah,
so, I'm interested for that.
Yeah, because AMD is also kind of ruling it now.
Yeah, with the APUs, it's also pretty good.
Yeah, AMD just like took a dump on Intel.
Yeah, for sure. There you go. I found it. The Tiger Lake.
Tiger Lake. They really are out of names, are they?
They like the lakes.
They love the lakes.
But this should have like such a great GPU, like built-in GPU.
Yeah, at this point it's
Generation XE graphics and whatnot.
Okay. Will be interesting. That's an interesting aspect actually, because we kind of like went totally off topic because we actually want to talk about ARM, but anyway. That's the thing I wanted to ask you. I mean, GPU wise, do you think?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't know, mate, but I think they got it pretty good because the iPhones and iPads have these co-processors which do the graphics, right?
Yes.
So I think they could just beef that up, and then they have a pretty decent integrated graphics.
Because the iPad Pro and everything is still like passively cooled. So with if you think you take like let's say the A13 X. And you take it and you give it a fan, and then it should be able to do even more, right? You can push it even farther.
Yeah, if they would have proper cooling, they could, I think, overclock him. And I mean, I'm no processor engineer, but they could really make some badass chips because they showed what they can do with passively cooled systems already. So
I mean, at that point, what perfectly fits. I just read that actually yesterday. The new A14 that's about to come out in the iPhone is supposed to be over 3 gigahertz of clock speed.
Whoa.
That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
3 gigahertz mobile device.
Yes, 3.2 I heard.
What's the latest Snapdragon like?
I have no idea. I don't know the names, so many numbers.
Actually, a fun fact, mates, is that we in Europe we hardly get any Snapdragons in Samsung phones.
But why?
Well, we get the Exynos.
Which by the way is better. That's the funny thing.
We get a better processor for the same money.
But why?
I don't know. But it's only on Samsung, so yeah.
But what is the newest Snapdragon? Because I really have no idea.
I will Google it. Latest Snapdragon processor. The Snapdragon 865.
Okay.
That's, I think, also in the Galaxy A20, right?
I think it's in the S20, yeah.
but not in Europe. You get the X3 NOS.
Of course.
That's what a lot of people don't know because the most of the tech reviewers are in USA, America, or so, and so they know, yeah, Snapdragon, blah blah, and we were like, when we get a Samsung phone, where is the Snapdragon? Where's the Snapdragon?
Where is the Snapdragon?
But it's not a big deal. I mean,
Oh.
it's still like the same.
Definitely, yeah.
But it's always fun.
Yeah, definitely. That's always fun.
Yeah, we get the X3 NOS 7. What is it? 7884 in the 820. So that's what we get.
Nice. Yeah, another thing that we can also mention, by the way, we all guys know the great T2 chip.
Yeah.
All the Apple products that is just there to terminate your machine literally.
Yes, what happened to
It's
this?
jailbreak. It got
Yeah.
jailbroken.
It has gotten jailbroken. Yes, finally somebody did it.
Apple's probably panicking right now.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's
Yeah.
from the same guys who did the iPhone jailbreak, like the Jack Rain guys did that.
They're so nice.
They're awesome. So there's actually hope that you can fix these things.
Exactly, yeah. So that's that, but that's just like a small news.
Yeah, actually, Louis Rossmann made a video on how to kind of set up a Mac with like a T2 failure or something. That was interesting.
You can?
So it's complicated and I didn't quite understand it, but it's doable.
Okay,
So that's
interesting.
good. That's good.
Okay, I
At
didn't
least
know.
at least somebody can do it.
Yeah, at least someone can.
Yeah.
But that's that, yeah. So, I think one last topic for today,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
because we're almost at 1.5 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't think that we would get so much comments on the first one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, yeah. Oh, last but not least, because just it fits into the whole topic.
Okay, well,
You know, my two, because it fits to my channel, my most, and it's also with you, the most viewed videos from me and you are about products that aren't new.
yeah, you got that pretty right, yeah.
I mean, with you, it's even more crazy. It's like Windows 95 install.
Yeah, but also the iMac videos are taking off. I get
True.
every day a question, can I use this CPU? Can I use this graphics card? It's crazy.
Yeah, it is basically weird. Like with the MacBook Air, it's like it's crazy how many people still want this MacBook Air. I mean, I get it, but
Yeah, I get it too. It's a nice machine.
exactly the topic that is why it is old always bad.
No, especially not in the computer world. Nowadays, you get all these. We talked many times about this.
Oh yes.
Everything soldered together, no upgradability, nothing.
Yeah.
And on old laptops, like I've got this old Acer laptop over there, you can upgrade the CPU. It has a dedicated GPU which you can take out. You can upgrade hard drive, RAM. You know, these days were so nice.
Yeah. And now there's no. And
Nope.
that's, by the way, a thing that many people don't know with the 2017 MacBook Air. Still, you can upgrade the SSD. You can.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
actually allowed by Apple to do it.
That's you have to be thankful for that.
Oh yes.
No, but also I get the appeal why so many people want to upgrade like their iMac CPU
Hmm.
because you can transform this from like i3 like I had to i7, which is a quad-core 8-thread CPU. Yes, it's an old CPU, but
Still.
it will still like double the power, maybe like even better.
Mhm.
And it's cheap, so people want to do it, and they
Sure.
don't want to always buy new stuff like Apple wants you to.
Yeah. So that's kind of the stuff. Yeah. I mean, old doesn't have always to be bad. It's like it's like with every product line. It's not been like the thing is that all the products have gotten so good over time. There's no
You're totally right.
yeah. There's no really bad company anymore. I mean,
Also
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yes.
Apart from Vio, but that's
Yes, I just want to tell you something about Avio.
sure.
Um, actually, a good friend of mine has a crappy Vio laptop.
Mhm.
You know, I don't like Vios from Sony because they always break. They're the worst laptops I've experienced. But she has like this old clunk, crapped out whatever hard drive in it with the Windows 8 installed, and she bought it with like who knows how long ago.
Mhm.
And she said, I need a new computer." And I'm like, "No, you get an SSD, and we will kick this old Vio in the ass." And guess what? Like it's an old Core 2 Duo Vio or
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
and it's so fast like never before with the
yeah. Sure,
SSDs.
definitely, yeah.
If you can upgrade it to an SSD, it's the best thing you can do.
Oh my god, I have now a topic, a last thing.
All right.
Because you talked about SSD upgrades.
Oh yes.
I did I tell you before like I went home from university, right? I helped a friend to upgrade the SSD, like an M2 SSD, put an M2 SSD, an additional one into his laptop because
Whoa.
he has how is this? Is it a Predator? The Predator line.
I
How's
think
it?
Acer, right?
Yeah, I think I'm not
Is
sure.
that's like the gaming brand from Acer or not?
I think I'm not sure about it yet.
I will Google it.
Exactly.
Continue.
Yeah, and
Yes, it's Acer.
okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of amazing because it's an older one, but you have actually two. You have a normal SSD slot place, and you also have two SSD places in a laptop.
So
And
you have one like traditional 2.5-inch hard drive slot and
yeah,
two M2s.
yeah,
That's awesome.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's one M2 from the get go, but here comes that really reminded me of Apple.
Okay.
The thing is, he told me he wants to upgrade it or just buy an M2, and I didn't think much of it, right? I should have Googled. I mean, he too should have Googled because we bought it, and the fun thing is we put it in, and we noticed it went in not with ease. It like took a bit,
Okay.
and it shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? You should just
Yeah,
go in.
it should just go in smoothly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then we found out that I don't know, after some while it just went in, but just like okay, fine. And we closed it up, and it just didn't recognize. The fun thing is where there's like where the normal M2 is, where it's already in, and then there's the free slot. And we put it into the free slot, and the PC wouldn't boot at all.
Okay, so it would kind of freak out because it's not all the way in or something.
No, exactly. Then we swapped the M2 from the original place to the other one, and on the other space it went in perfectly. I don't know why.
Okay, what?
Because the fun thing is, and that's the thing, Acer didn't use normal M2s.
Okay.
They use
yeah,
those.
There we go.
They're those funky. I don't know how they're called. They have a different
There's some special one, different length.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And
Yeah, all right, I get it. Yeah.
yeah. But it went in, and we were like, okay, fine. And we put it in, and it just doesn't recognize us. You need to buy this proprietary.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
Ah.
And
Well,
yeah.
yeah, please.
No, just fine. That's it.
I like my laptop here. This has an NVMe, and I can put it like if I want to have more storage, I can just put in a normal NVMe and it will accept it, and so
Yeah, and I mean, the other problem was also, but that was also his mistake because he should have looked it up. Because his laptop is older, it doesn't support the newest NVMe.
Okay.
And that because we didn't know, because I said because the NVMe that was the proprietary one, right? And we didn't know it. I thought maybe it could be also because he just bought a 2 new SSD. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So maybe no backwards compatibility or something.
Which PCIe is the new one? 4.0? I'm not sure.
You know, guys, I usually mess around with older computers, so I'm not really that good with the latest stuff. But yeah, PCIe 4, yeah.
And I think it just supports 3, so maybe that's also the problem. That probably is the problem. So yeah, that was kind of a funny story because it was just so much hassle.
Yeah, there's always these little things like, and then you Google and you're like,
such a stupid mistake. Yeah, but you know what was funny? Talking about great support, I actually phoned Acer support for ask.
Yes.
You know what this guy told me?
What did he say?
He was like, I could tell you, but I'm not allowed to tell you.
What? Well, at least he said that.
But look, you know what my question was? I just
What?
asked him, is it the problem that the M2 is too new? I only wanted yes or no. And he was like, I can't, I am not allowed to answer the question. I know, but I can't because you don't have because you don't have a warranty anymore.
Ah, that is why.
Why? Just tell me.
Oh God, that is complete another topic.
Yeah,
Stuff like this.
but it was really nice because in the end he like indirectly said no. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
So that's
1.5 hours past, guys. The first ever live MAID-cast.
yeah.
So
Live tech talk in flat joke.
exactly. We still, I mean, really, I'm actually surprised that so many people came to the first edition and commented.
Oh, interesting, yeah. Okay.
So that's it from us. Again, if you have any, because this is just gonna be up as a normal video now. So if you have any suggestions for the next one, just put it in the comments. That's such an old joke, and
nobody will know this. This is so old.
It's good that you don't know it. It's quite cringe.
Yeah. Right.
No, but it's like from 2014. So yeah, guys, that was the first ever MAID-cast. We hope you enjoyed it, or the first ever live one.
Yes, the first
yes.
one.
And we hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here, Manfred.
Yeah, it was so much hassle.
Yeah, so much hassle.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it would. How do you say it in English?
What?
Ebenfalls.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so I just gonna say ebenfalls.
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 That means wait, also.
Good also.
As well.
As well.
As well.
It's been a pleasure as well, goddamn. More English, perfect.
Oh, fail.
What?
It's actually likewise.
Ah, likewise, true. Yeah, likewise, yeah, that's it.
or ditto.
Hey, ditto.
It's been a pleasure being here, ditto.
This sounds completely stupid.
No,
Ditto.
it sounds totally super awesome.
It's super awesome, yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Sounds remarkable.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
That's it from us, guys. Thank you for watching.
See you later.
See you later, miters.